Okay, let's jump right in. We're doing a deep dive today into Psalms, chapter 15.
Right, and it kicks off with this really profound question.
It does. It asks, Lord, who may dwell in your sanctuary, who may live on your holy hill.
Basically, who gets to be close? Who belongs in that sacred space?
Yeah, what kind of person, can stand there?
And what's great is the psalm doesn't just leave you hanging with the question.
No, it answers it pretty directly, actually.
It gives this list, a rundown of the character, the conduct needed.
And it's not about, status or anything.
Not at all. It's entirely about how you live your life, your actions, your integrity.
So it's really shifting the focus. It's not where you are, but who you are.
Exactly.
The first thing it mentions is, he whose walk is blameless and who does what is righteous.
That word walk,
Mm.
it suggests your whole life, the pattern of it, blameless,
And doing what's righteous. Then it adds, who speaks the truth from his heart.
which connects the inside and the outside, right? Inner integrity, outward action, authentic words.
It's not just saying true things, but truth from the heart. That feels deeper.
Definitely. It's about genuineness.
Yeah.
That seems to be the foundation here. Authenticity.
And then almost immediately, it moves from that personal core to community, how we interact.
Yeah, it says the person who belongs has no slander on his tongue.
Does his neighbor no wrong and casts no slur on his fellow man. Very specific about relationships.
Which makes sense because, well, integrity isn't lived in a vacuum, is it?
No, it's tested right there in how you treat people.
Exactly. Avoiding slander, avoiding harm. It's about actively choosing not to damage others or the community fabric.
Especially back then, reputation was huge.
Absolutely. So damaging someone's name, doing them wrong, big consequences.
Okay, then it talks about judgment and who you associate with.
Right. It says they despise a vile man, but honor those who fear the Lord.
Which sounds maybe a bit harsh at first, but it's about discernment.
I think so. It's about valuing character, aligning yourself with people who share those core values of reverence and integrity.
It reflects your own compass, the company you keep.
It shows what and who you value.
Then comes one that, wow, it feels really challenging. Who keeps his oath even when it hurts?
That one always jumps out. Keeping promises is one thing, but when it hurts,
That's a serious level of commitment.
well, think about it. In that world, your spoken word, your oath, was incredibly binding, often more than writing.
Your word was your bond.
Precisely. Breaking it just eroded all trust. So, keeping your word, even at personal cost, even when it requires sacrifice, that's real integrity. It's the opposite of doing what's convenient.
Yeah, definitely not about convenience.
And then it wraps up with ethics and finance,
Right, who lends his money without usury.
and does not accept a bribe against the innocent.
So, fair dealing, resisting corruption, especially when it harms others.
That idea of usury, often it was about not exploiting the poor within the community by charging crippling interest.
So, financial integrity is tied directly to justice and caring for the vulnerable.
It seems like it. Rejecting dishonest gain, whether through exploitation or bribes.
So, putting it all together, the answer to who may dwell isn't about, performing rituals.
No, it's a description of a life lived with deep integrity.
Inner truth, great relationships, values, commitment, even when costly, and ethical dealing.
A whole life lived well,
Yeah.
and the promise attached. It's powerful.
It really is. The psalm ends, he who does these things will never be shaken.
Never be shaken. That's quite a promise.
Especially today, right? When so much feels uncertain, that idea of unshakable stability is, well, it's incredibly appealing.
It makes you pause.
It does. So, reflecting on this ancient text, given these timeless principles, integrity in every area, really, what does it actually mean for you, listening now, in your world? To live a life so grounded that, like the psalm says, you will never be shaken.
That's the challenge, isn't it? And the
Yeah.
promise. Something to really chew on.